beg you, Mr. Elizabeth, oh my God, please come in.
I got raped at gunpoint.
Anything I could do to get the drug. No matter what, I had to stay high. Always high. Always.
Please come in.
And he shoved that knife in my throat and he told me I would hate to get blood
First time I prostituted, I was
homeless at the age of 18. I was living out of a car. And I laid on a cot that night after being raped and beat. I've been with nobody.
I've been in jail 12 or 13 times.
Then you forget about it.
I've been in prison 4 times.
So I had to, by any means necessary, get the drug
3
to
rehabs
stay high.
and 4 halfway houses.
Please come and get me, because I can't deal with this anymore.
The bullet, it took all of this out.
Mm-hmm.
All the cartilage, everything was gone. So the doctor had to go in my rib and take a rib bone out and put it in my face. Take a metal plate like this and stick it right here because my whole face had fell. And cut this down and strap it over so the hole would heal.
I was 17 years old. I had no food for my kids. I was living on welfare. I was by myself. And I went down to the local Lawson's and stole a pack of hot dogs. And I got caught. And they told me they were going to take my kids away from me. And they scared me to death. And some guy stopped me and offered me $40 for a service. And I thought in my head, I could take that $40 and buy my kids all the hot dogs they want. And that's what I did.
There was so much loneliness. Just so much loneliness. There's so much pain.
I don't want to die. And I know that I'm going to if I don't stop. It scares me to think that my girls are going to, they're 15 and 13, and it won't be long before they'll be able to make a decision to come see me. And, I don't want to be like I am right now. I want to be inspirational to them and, for them to be able to look up and say, wow, okay, she did this and she did that, but look at her now.
At Rahab, we do a lot of practical things, but mostly we take ourselves and our hearts into these lives filled with suffering, and then we offer them hope.
I just felt disgusted with myself. And I started taking cocaine. And when I took cocaine, I felt okay. I felt better about myself. I didn't feel so icky.
It was an escape to be somebody else. And I could be in control. They wanted something from me and I could get what I wanted from them.
The happiest moment of my life. It probably would have been childbirth, giving birth to my children. That was exhausting but happy, overwhelmingly happy. Mm-hmm.
What's been the saddest moment in your life?
Putting my kids up for adoption. I believe it was the right thing to do. Sorry. I had almost 2 years clean. And then I just couldn't hold out longer. And I started using again. And I've just been struggling ever since. I never felt better than I did when I had that almost 2 years, sober. It was, life was good. Life was really good for me.
It's frustrating, it's disappointing, it is hard, but it's not uncommon, it's not unexpected. When they relapse, and they pick up the phone and call me and tell me, it's like, wow, I'm just going to welcome them back in. And we're always excited when they do call or when they do come back.
Giving up just doesn't seem like an option in my heart. They've had enough people give up on them.
You might think at first that this is a lifeline, a fixer-upper, but it's really a journey, much more like a marathon. Walking with the women takes endurance because this battle is for life or death.
To be able to, get in a car and come out with $30 to $50 after you go around a couple blocks. That's a struggle because I don't know if I'm actually strong enough to be around walking on the streets and have someone stop and me not get in the car.
Today I'm clean, and yesterday I was clean.
It's still in me, It's in me. For today I won't. You give what you're given to, when you grow up. And when I grew up, the men in my life always wanted sex from me. I'm just now starting to like anything about myself.
Grown men need to quit molesting little girls. I found out at the age of 6 that I could use my body to get what I wanted. I could use my body to get Dad's love. I knew at the age of 6 that I had something. If men would just leave little girls alone.
It just breaks my heart. My heart gets broken when their hearts get broken.
I love these women. I feel like I can sit down with them and really just understand their pain, and not look at them like they're less than me, but that we are both Christ's children and we can hurt and heal together.
God, only God, only God, because I am a child of Him. And I thought for years He just washed His hands of me, that I had just done too many bad things, that I couldn't be forgiven.
But I have faith in God. I know that He has a purpose for me or I wouldn't be here. I shouldn't be here. I'll just leave it at that. I should not be here for the things that I had to go through out there.
Thank God we have a forgiving God. I was able to ask Him for His forgiveness, and I feel in my heart that we're on good terms. So I'm still here, so that has to mean something.
If it weren't for God's grace on my life, I wouldn't even be here. Because I tried on my own.
I have words in the hair. It says, who am I? I want to be pretty. Why can't I be pretty? Up here, where the ladies in the closet handcuffed. When my mom went on vacation to see my father, the lady handcuffed me in the closet naked. My first drink at 9 years old. My father going to jail, the cops coming. Me going to foster homes, being in mental institutions. Me moving out, me having kids, being introduced to crack, going to jail, the night I got shot. And then just down here it says, whatever God has in store for me, I am willing to grow in Him. I will continue to ask Him, pick me up, Daddy, because I can't see from down here.
The work is very hard and very holy. It brings us to our knees, because if we're honest, their stories are our stories, just a different kind of brokenness.
6 months.
That's pretty good.
Yay! It's very good for me. I've been in active addiction for 23 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so 6 months is a long time. I gotta stay prayed up. I can't make it through the day if I don't start by talking to God. I know He's got a plan, because I shouldn't be alive. I should not be alive. These streets are dangerous.
There's a certain light that comes on in a woman's life when you kind of get this feeling like she's got it. And there's a glow about her, and there's this new bounce in their step, and they just walk differently, and their heads held high. And then you look at them and say, wow, I'm so glad I stuck around to see that miracle. That's what makes this really, really worthwhile.
Surrounded by your glory, what will my heart feel? Will I dance for you, Jesus? Or will all you be still? Will I stand in your presence? To my knees will I fall? Will I sing hallelujah? Will I begin to speak it all? I can only imagine. Yeah, I can only imagine. 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 I can only imagine when all I will do is forever, forever worship you.